Samsung has just launched its latest flagship lineup, the Galaxy S25 series, and all three models come packed with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset. Given Exynos' history of lagging behind in performance, battery efficiency, and heat management, fans were thrilled by this decision. However, Samsung didn't abandon Exynos purely due to performance struggles. The real issue was financial. The Exynos 2500 was planned for some S25 models, but low yield rates in its 3nm fabrication process made mass production unprofitable. As a result, Samsung opted for Snapdragon across the board. While this benefits consumers, it also hurts Samsung's chip division. In response, Samsung is doubling down on fixing Exynos, forming a task force to improve both performance and manufacturing efficiency with its next-generation 2nm fabrication process. If successful, Exynos could return in the Galaxy S26 series, potentially replacing the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2, saving Samsung money. However, after years of disappointment, Samsung must prove Exynos can match or exceed Snapdragon. Failure could mean a permanent shift to Qualcomm. Improving its fabrication process could also help Samsung attract major third-party clients like AMD, Nvidia, or even Apple, strengthening its chip business. Early reports suggest the Exynos 2600 and its 2nm process are already showing better yield rates compared to the Exynos 2500. Meanwhile, leaks suggest the Galaxy S26 Ultra will push smartphone displays further. Tipster Panda Flash claims it may feature even thinner bezels than the S25 Ultra, potentially enabling a 7-inch display without increasing the phone size. This would maximize screen space while keeping the device ergonomic. Samsung pulled off a similar feat with the S25 Ultra, expanding to 6.9 inches without altering its footprint. Would a larger display and slimmer bezels be enough to convince you to upgrade, or are you waiting for bigger improvements in battery, cameras, or AI features? Speaking of innovations, Samsung might revive variable aperture in the Galaxy S26 Ultra's primary camera. According to Ice Universe, this feature, which Samsung first introduced in the Galaxy S9 series, could be making a comeback. Variable aperture allows the lens to adjust how much light enters the sensor, enhancing both low light and bright light photography. The Galaxy S9 and S10 featured a dual aperture system, switching between f/1.5 and f/2.4, but Samsung later abandoned it in favor of larger sensors and AI-powered computational photography. While effective, many photography enthusiasts still miss the flexibility of variable aperture. The key question now is whether Samsung will introduce a true multi-step variable aperture, like the Xiaomi 14 Ultra, or revert to the simpler dual aperture system. So, why bring it back now? There are three possible reasons. Firstly, the competition. With rivals pushing hardware innovations, Samsung might feel pressure to advance beyond software-driven camera improvements. Second, the hardware advantages. AI-driven cameras are improving, but nothing beats physical aperture control for professional-grade photography. And finally, user demand. Many tech enthusiasts want more manual control over their cameras, and variable aperture delivers just that. If Samsung executes this properly, the Galaxy S26 Ultra could become one of the most versatile camera phones yet, dynamically adapting to lighting conditions like a DSLR. But will Samsung fully commit, or will this be another short-lived experiment? Would you welcome variable aperture's return, or should Samsung focus elsewhere? And when it comes to processors, after years of ups and downs, do you trust Exynos to make a comeback, or is it Snapdragon, or nothing for you? Let's discuss in the comments.